What it do, people? It's your boy Dre the Everyday. Back with another topic for you. And today, I'm going to get a little personal. And I'm going to talk about my near death experience. So, in 2020, June 7th, specifically, I had I was rear ended on the way home from work. And my car was totaled out. And I walked away with no injuries. But in the actual accident, in the car screeching, we're on the freeway, what, like, in the moment of uncertainty, there were a lot of things that happened in this moment. So, for one, you know that thing where they say when you're close to death, your whole life flashes before your eyes. I I didn't quite have that, but there were a lot of thoughts that came to my head. It's a weird, it's something that I wouldn't be able to put in words in terms of like how many thoughts happen in this small amount of time. This small amount of time felt like what could have been years. All the things that you're going through, all while self-preservation is a thing. Because when I got hit, instantly my my driver's side wind not wind my driver's side window shattered immediately, and my car begins to swerve. I'm sitting of course, in the driver's seat. I can tell that my passenger side is lower than I am, so my I'm I'm in the car knowing that my car is scraping, and I drove a 2011 Camaro. On the passenger side is where the gas tank sits. So in my head, also when I got hit after the driver's side window shatters, I have curtain airbags. I didn't know that the 2011 Camaros had the curtain airbags, but they drop down and you cannot see out of either side. The front, from the screeching, nothing but smoke, and I can't look out the back because I'm trying to focus on those little things that they say when you have a wreck: steer into the swerve. I'm doing all of this, and the funny thing about it is I'm doing this shit without even. This is like all instinct, because my mind is not even. My mind is somewhere else. My mind's thinking about. So for one, that day I was working for Amazon, and I delivered to some apartments, and there were these apartments, people were having a pool party and barbecuing. Now this is June 2020. This is like at the beginning of the pandemic. My mind was absolutely blown. If I didn't remember that day for the accident, I would have remembered it for the way I felt when I seen people having a fucking pool party and barbecuing. But I spoke to my mom that morning. My mom had called me to check up on me, and I immediately thought, this is really fucked up. I talked to my mom this morning. Uh, Damn, I'm finna go out the same year Kobe Bryant died. It, I felt disappointment more so than anything else, because I've said a few times, I don't have a family, I don't have children. So I'm sitting up thinking, like, really, really haven't accomplished things that I've wanted to accomplish in life. And I was like, and this is how it ends. So I could say truly in in the moment where I felt like, because also in my mind I'm thinking my car is scraping on the passenger side, my gas tank's on the side. Do I have a gas leak? Is the scraping going to cause a fire, uh, up to an explosion? I'm on the freeway. Or where the cars behind me are, that do they have enough time to stop? Am I going to get impaled by something? Am I going to get hit after I think everything's good? I don't know. It's just so much going on with the thoughts, with everything going on, and in what my mind felt like I was swerving, trying to stop the car for 10 minutes. I know it wasn't that long. This process of the wreck was possibly 3 to 5 minutes, but all of this went on in my head, and to the point to where when I come to, well, when everything stops and I come back and somebody's like, "Hey, yo, you okay in there?" He couldn't see in there because he couldn't see inside because of the curtain, and I'm just kind of like spaced out. All of these thoughts. Then I come to, all I can smell is the dirt and smoke. I get out, look at my car. My car's totaled out. I'm completely devastated. Guy talking to me. He was like, "Listen, you're this can be replaced. You are okay." And that right there is what's important. I couldn't register it at the time because my car had just got paid off. And I was just kind of sitting there, just spaced out. And then there's like this really emotional, there's this strong emotion that comes over. Well, it came over me. I can't speak for anyone else's near death experience, but there's this strong emotional reaction to when you in the moment and you felt like you're about to die, and then you don't, and then you you come out of it. It's extremely intense. So I was like really discombobulated from so much stuff, and yeah, it's very intense. It's not, of course, not the way people talk about it, but when I look back on that, it definitely gave me a renewed vision. It gave me a second chance at everything, so to speak. I believe that from self observation since that accident, I believe that I've become more of an open person. I've become more caring and more mindful. I mean, I was already mindful of a lot of things. I was already considerate of a lot of things, but I think that it just really rooted me and emphasized it more, so to speak. And I have an understanding as to why I am uh, respectful, try to be nurturing and considerate and loving, and I have a more of an understanding as to why I do it. So I could say that on one hand, it's one of the best things that had happened to me on a spiritual level, because it just kind of gave me a shake up to, and even though in the moment everything was disappointing, I came out and everything has been a lot better since, and I have a renewed vision. And I don't know, man, it's such a bittersweet, weird memory, so to speak. And I feel like I'm a better man because of it. And by no means am I saying go out and have an accident to become the better version of yourself. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying what it did for me and how I felt in that moment. But yeah, it's weird, but I feel like I became a better person, and I'm moving with a little bit more purpose. I still have my tough times, but I have more of a purpose, I feel like. And I don't know, because I've never spoke to anyone in person about near death experience. You know what I'm saying? So I have to get on YouTube. I have to get on TV to get the kind of conversations that I'd like to have, or to hear people's perspectives. And for me, maybe someone hasn't experienced had a near death experience, or talked to anybody who has a near death experience in detail, at least. Man, it's definitely it's a thing. I don't know how people feel afterwards. I've always seen people talk about a near death experience and not what did it do for them. But yeah, like I said, it is a very weird, bittersweet memory. Like I said, I did get a new car. There was a lot of good came out of it. 2020 was my best financial year ever. Weird as the world was, my financial situation greatly improved. Getting a new car, but I don't know. Like it's something. It felt like that was something very spiritual about having a near death experience, and I appreciate it. You know, because I feel like it has, like I said before, made me a better person, renewed my vision, gave me in-depth understanding, made me more tender of a person, and as I get older, these are things that make me happy. Like I'm not with the new school cool shit of acting like, oh, I'm all cold to this shit. I mean, I do have an abrasive side. I have a antisocial side, but that's more of a the way I grew up in a reaction to it. I don't play no tough guy shit. You're not gonna fuck with me, but I don't play no tough guy shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, I want to talk about these toys and these books and these games, or what's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing an image. So yeah, I'm not cool with the acting like I'm all hard or I'm all cold. Like yeah, I like being more caring and more loving. I don't give a fuck about the motherfuckers that want to be cool. Fuck you. But yeah, man, if you had a near death experience and if you're comfortable with talking about it in the comments, I would love to see any type of how it made you feel. Do you feel like it made you a better person? What did you get out of it? How did you feel in the moment? It feel like I said, very spiritual thing, very intense. But yeah, like if you got some more stuff that you can throw in the comments or how you feel, by all means do so. I'll respond to everything that I see because this is just something that I never really I've told people about it and people know about how I felt, but I don't get much in the realm of feedback. So I definitely be participating in any comments that I see. But until next time, next video, peace out.